What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things. MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong. History, and we good on that. Put Jilla on the track and we good on whack. 3, 2, 1. Everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bull Scripted. We're here to recap a close 111-108 victory over the Toronto Raptors, moving the Bulls to 4-0. Before we recap this, be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at Bulls Scripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. And I guess we have to apologize real quick, Goose. We haven't been here for a couple days because
we have to apologize for being in attendance.
We do, man. Because our first comment was like, "We're so glad you're back." Yeah, we have a couple like that. So glad, thank you. Yeah, we're glad to be back too. My voice is still a little bit gone from Friday and Saturday's festivities, but holy shit, man! First of all, before we even get into the game, Goose. How you feeling after our crazy weekend? Feeling good?
Considering I hadn't had a drink for several months and then I decided to throw more booze at my body than anything else for 2 days in a row. Yeah, I was all right.
Usually what happens when you get together with me.
Yes. You're not the greatest influence, but that's okay. I don't need much encouragement. Once I get started, I'm all in. So, no, we had a great time Friday and Saturday. The games weren't nearly as close as this one got tonight. We were pretty much doing victory laps from the third quarter on, both games over this weekend. But tonight got a little hairy there at the end.
It did. It got fucking insane. And I think that one thing I have to say before we keep going here is, guys, if you are on the Twitter, we can't see your comments, so if you don't feel like subscribing to the YouTube, you just go to the Facebook and you can comment over there. But if you want to go to the YouTube and subscribe so we can see your comments, please do so. Head over to YouTube. You don't even have to fucking subscribe. You can get into the comments section, whatever you want to do.
Or you can talk to yourself. That's always an option too.
Yeah. If you're into that kind of thing, then that's fine. And weekend games, absolutely fantastic. Double-digit lead alerts, 3 nights in a row now. Goose. 3 games, in a row, double-digit leads at one point in the game, which that was happening to us on the opposite spectrum last year. This year, it's not going down that way. So, yeah, the Bulls had like a 20-point lead in this one, and Toronto is a chippy team, man, with a lot of good defenders, a lot of high hustle players. Yeah, man.
Go away.
Yeah, they did not go away tonight. Now, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. Patrick Williams against Scotty Barnes. That was something that was brought up a couple times just because Scotty was was like the fourth. Someone throw a funny comment in here. Wow, it looks like you have a nice house, Bull Scripted.
I know. It's pretty nice, especially this little corner right here. I got to redo some of the wallpaper, but it's a pretty nice place.
It's looking fucking fire, bro. But Scotty Barnes against Patrick Williams, this year's 4th round pick against last year's 4th round pick. Pat has not been aggressive. Our boy C Red Fred, friend of ours, whether we agree with his takes or not, put a tweet out there about Patrick Williams this year not having one offensive rebound, like one assist, in 90 minutes of basketball, like just not what anybody was really expecting to see from him. He finishes off 2 for 3, 4 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 0 rebounds. Goose, we were out rebounded, man, by 20. 48-28 was the end rebound battle.
And I feel like that was the case I don't remember if it was Friday or Saturday night. It could have been both nights.
We were out rebounded one of those games, I believe.
I know we were getting our ass kicked on the boards in one of those other games too. And I mean, part of that's not, I guess, too concerning, but when you're playing with these small lineups, especially when Vooch almost didn't play tonight with an illness, makes you wonder, like, why are we not seeing Tony Bradley at all? We saw that Marko Simonovic was sent down to the G League, which is good. He'll actually get some reps and some playing time, but is, TB just not fully healed yet from that injury still, or why are we not playing big at all if we're losing this much on the boards?
Yeah, I'm really confused by that. It's only a matter of time before you're going to start losing those kind of games. Like, listen, we're going to totally ride this here and be like, we're 4-0 for the first time since 96, 97.
We play the Knicks next, so we're going to be 5-0. So
exactly. Well, because fuck New York. But I was like 5 when that happened. I'm 30 now. So, I don't really know. I mean, it's just, I'm happy that they're winning, but I'm also concerned that the little things aren't kind of happening right now. And it's just kind of concerning because I think the reason we can both agree on this, that we won the game, is the fact that we took advantage of the free throw opportunities that were mostly given to us. We missed one free throw on the night. We were 21 for 22, and we forced Toronto into 21 total turnovers. I think that's the only fucking reason being out rebounded didn't matter as much. Still mattered, but didn't matter in the outcome of the game.
And I mean, to that tune, that is the game plan. Run, force turnovers. I guess if you're forcing that many turnovers, there's not as many rebounds to get because they're not putting up shots. So if we're going to get steals or blocks instead of straight rebounds, then screw it. But we do not want to see that be a trend where we're consistently getting doubled up in boards or having that big of a discrepancy, because that is going to be a problem against a team like the Sixers in the playoffs if Embiid stays healthy. So, nothing to really complain about because we're winning. We're 4-0 and we have the Knicks next. So that should be another easy win. But hopefully we see some kind of improvement with the boards here.
Yeah, they definitely have to. They got to figure something out there. I don't know what it is, but they need to figure something out. Now let's talk about individual play a little bit here. Zach LaVine, another slow start, another game where he's forcing shit. Not too concerned because, Zach has been carrying this team for how fucking long now? Don't really care. It'll come around to him. I was more so really impressed. And I shouldn't say impressed because we know he can do it, but DeMar DeRozan hitting the big shots that he made, and not only hitting big shots, dude, that guy, he's not the best help defender. He's not the best man-to-man defender.
Actually, he's not a help defender at all.
Yeah, right. Actually, he's not a help defender at all. Fuck. No. Anyway, the effort that he is putting forth on defense is very encouraging, and I think tonight, watching him on the offensive end get the buckets when Zach just couldn't seem to do it, or he wasn't hitting his spots, was just fucking amazing. So, I'm totally stoked with that. I think that I want to talk about his performance. 7 for 19, 2 for 4 from downtown. One of those threes coming off a straight just pull-up shot, just a pull-up three, and just fucking drained it. Love that. 10 for 10 from the free throw line. That is exactly what we were told about when he was coming here. If you're an NBA fan and you've watched DeRozan play his game, he lives in the mid-range and getting to the rim and getting to the line. And that's something that's very beneficial to have on this team, is a guy that's going to get some calls like that, able to go to the line. Him and Zach combined for 15 free throws. They did not miss one of them. So speak a little bit on DeRozan's game. And he was my swish to click tonight, believe it or not. So why don't you speak a little bit on his game?
I think Berg texted me about my pick to click or swish to click or whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, I forgot what that even is. So you can remind everybody what that is after my rant here because I fucking forgot. But no, I mean, DeMar DeRozan's ability to get to the line is something that we haven't seen in Chicago since Jimmy Butler. And having that at the end of the games is something that you control games. You control the pace when things are Going south, you get to the line, you reset. You don't have to worry about playing fast break defense. You get to man up. So there's so many positives to getting to the line at the end of the game. And as great as Zach is as a finisher, he avoids contact more than he draws it. And to this point of his career, he still doesn't get those calls. DeMar does. He's made a living on it, and having that at the end of the games is crucial. And similar to what you were saying, just having that counterpart, that extra option. Whoever has it going is going to get the ball. And tonight it was DeMar to close the game. He had it. I was kind of surprised. I guess it wasn't by choice that Vooch ended up at the line at clutch time after he missed that first one, and the second one toilet bowled in. I was a little
breathing a little bit heavy there, were you?
Yeah, I mean, I still don't have a voice, and I was at a loss for breath, and that was not cool. But we needed that. I think this team needed that reality check, because they haven't played the greatest teams. So 4-0 feels great, but if you're on Twitter or you follow the Bulls closely, you know the schedule the next few weeks is not pretty
rough.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah. So now that you're done with your rant, per se, what you're calling it, Switch to Click is the Bulls on Tap version born by the brain. We actually did this a couple of years ago, but Burke is bringing it back. Switch to Click is because, the reason we got rid of it is because it was always Zach. There's no one else that was going to fucking get you buckets. So we're like, fuck this. Who cares?
Zach, Kobe, I'm feeling frisky.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So now we have the Switch to Click, which is could be buckets or high impact players that really help you win the game. Mine was DeMar DeRozan tonight. Really happy it turned out to go my way.
So what do you win? What do you win for being correct?
I win a beer from my fridge, and I go and I grab the beer, and then I drink it. Yeah.
Does somebody at least bring you the beer?
It's crazy also is if I lost, I still get the same beer from my fridge. From Brandon Stokes, love the nails. My daughter wanted to paint my nails, so I let her paint my nails. She picked the Benny the Bull colors, so black.
Very punk rock. Very punk rock.
Well, I could rock it, so it's cool with me. I don't really give a shit. I'm not here to judge. But yeah, so I mean, Zach, again, we were kind of talking about his game a little bit, struggled. Vooch, his shot will start falling. He's a 48. I think he's 48% from the field for his career. But I mean, 8 for 15 tonight, a little over 50%. Didn't hit a three. Bulls had 12 team threes tonight compared to 12 for Toronto too. So they both had 12. But Zach tonight struggled a little bit. But I want to talk about Lonzo as well. These are the two guys I'm trying to highlight: DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo in this episode. Outside of point guard Alex Caruso, who just breaks up everything and is Kirk Heinrich reincarnated, just a little bit more athletic. Open your fucking eyes when I say Kirk Heinrich's name. You stop it. You stop it right now. I'm getting tired of your shit with that. Okay, there you go. Take it.
Breathe. You see, I got this hole in my chest here.
Take the deep breath. Breathe. But I'm talking about Lonzo Ball a little bit. 5 for 11 from the field, 5 for 9 from downtown. He had 15 points on the night. Looked pretty good. He had 3 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals. He did have a block, but he also had 4 turnovers tonight. Tonight was one of the first times we've seen Lonzo be a little bit loose with the ball. No pun intended. I just feel like he made up in other areas defensively that helped the Bulls, not blow this completely and win this game. What I want to do kind of speak on that tonight too, because this was like the first game we've really seen since we've had Lonzo here have a couple struggles consistently, like in back-to-back possessions and shit.
I don't know. Despite the struggles, obviously that turnover at the end of the game where he just completely overshot Vooch after Billy wasted a timeout to reset not a bounce play that ended up in a turnover that kind of made you feel like we were going to lose this game because the tide was really turning. I don't know. I still throughout the game just felt like tampering is the best thing that we've ever done. And, he starts
allegedly, bro.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Allegedly, bro.
They must have really wiped everything fucking clean because they're taking so long with this. There's just no proof. But essentially, Lonzo is gonna Lonzo, and even with the turnovers, I was still impressed with his game tonight. He hit a good amount of threes. I actually listened to the Toronto broadcast, and they couldn't stop praising him.
Did you really listen to the Toronto broadcast, huh?
I can't. I don't pay for it, bro. So what the button that I click that gives me it for free gives me whatever.
You allegedly don't pay for it. Allegedly.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes, I'm the idiot that actually pays for it all. Then because I can't live without it. Like watching Charlotte and Boston tonight. What a crazy game that was, you know. But
see, but there's buttons for those too.
Allegedly, there's buttons. Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay.
What the fuck you trying to do? You're gonna shut down? You're not gonna fucking come over here. And then for some reason I'm gonna be the one that gets cuffed because I'm the weird one with the stupid big beard and the painted nails, and they're just gonna be like, hey, you know.
I live in a mansion. It's okay.
Yeah, you're under arrest for illegally streaming games, and I'll just be like, allegedly, and then I'm gone. Fuck. What do you want? Another thing I wanted to bring up real quick too, while we're doing the post here, is what did you think towards the end of the fourth quarter, where it was Vooch instead of Patrick Williams at the 5, with how that lineup was built for Toronto? I was a little shocked by that. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I was a little shocked by that. I thought that
do you think it's Pat's early struggles, his lack of, just conditioning or continuity with this new team so far, because he didn't get to have the training camp that they had together? Does Billy just have more trust in the veterans? I mean, I think there's a lot of ways you could twist it. How do you explain to a guy who's coming off an all-star season like Vooch that, oh, nope, I can't have you finish games? Sorry. The Patrick Williams, our 5th option, who is kind of struggling and not fitting right now, he's going to play over you. I just think that's kind of a hard. That's not something that makes sense right now. Maybe later in the season, situationally, it did make sense. So I get where you're coming from, but I just don't think that's something Billy could do.
No, I was just surprised by it, just because there's a lot of versatile players on the court at that time, undersized players as well compared to Vooch, and that perimeter D, I would have felt a little bit more comfortable with Pat, but I mean, obviously it all turned out well because Van Vliet against Vooch at the end there got crossed up a couple times, but Vooch was able to kind of stay ahead of him a little bit, but I mean, force a bad shot. I was just kind of surprised by that. Another thing that I'm surprised by too is that listen, man, we're 4 games in, and I don't think we fucking have seen one time in meaningful minutes Derek Jones Jr. or Tony Bradley. Do you think that changes?
I don't know. I mean, with the healthy Pat, with the focus, you traded, you kind of inherited DJJ.
Yeah, that's fair.
You didn't inherit Troy Brown Jr. You invested in Troy Brown Jr. You traded Daniel Gafford to get Troy Brown Jr.
Right.
So with that investment in mind, if you have more faith in TBJ over DJJ, then you go with the TBJ one. And maybe that's what's happening right now. I think Troy Brown had a better game tonight than he has had probably the last 2 games, where I felt he struggled, and we even got to see Io pretty early in some of these games because of Troy Brown's struggles. So maybe it's just the commitment to those 2 guys over him, as well as Pat, because if he starts playing a lot better than Pat, then maybe you have a problem. And that might not be another thing that they're ready to really encounter, and you have to give Pat the opportunities.
No, that definitely makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I guess selfishly, I feel like DJJ is a very high energy kind of player alongside a guy, how Javonte is, and Javonte is a very high energy guy, and he comes in and he gives you some good fucking minutes. Only 13 minutes for him tonight, but just the things that he does. The guy's everywhere. There's a reason people keep saying,
there's only had 13 minutes tonight. Now that you mention that, I don't remember seeing him very much.
Yeah, Javonte only had 13 minutes tonight, dude. TBJ had 17. He went 5 for 9 off the bench. This is one of the best things of the game, really, in my opinion. Is the bench actually had some fucking scoring tonight here, there was 19 points between Troy Brown Jr. and Caruso, and then 8 points between Alize Johnson and Javonte. So, I like the bench scoring aspect. I think when Kobe comes back, it's going to get even better. Depending on.
I'm really curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, me too. We actually space.
Billy's been really creative with the rotations here, and I feel like playing small has opened up a lot of these options.
Yeah.
I like seeing Caruso and Zach on the floor together a lot, which we have seen.
I like seeing Zach Caruso and fucking Ball on the court, dude.
No, I like that one too. But I'm just curious where Kobe fits in. Obviously, we need the scoring off the bench, and we could use some extra scoring pop in general. But I don't know. I'm a little curious where he fits, and maybe he's expendable. I keep reading Cam Reddish is still available. So
Stop it.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
I mean, I would love to have Cam Reddish, man. I mean, I think that I've been on par with you saying that.
The new front office could right a wrong. As much as I love Kobe and I love his story, and I would wish him the best, like a Lowry. If it meant Cam Reddish, I'd be happy. All the wrongs would be righted. We'd have drafted properly.
Your pipe dream shit is not happening. It's
not
happening.
Why not?
Because it's not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. I'll hold out hope. I know nobody thought Lonzo was coming here either, and I fucking rang that bell for how many years since we've been doing this fucking podcast.
So no, I mean, and we dropped Lowry and we got Lonzo. So now we corrected that draft for ourselves. Not that we had a chance to get Lonzo.
Our boy Cortez don't want you trading Kobe. I don't want to trade Kobe either. I like Kobe. I like Cam Reddish a lot.
Kobe,
but I like Kobe.
But Cam Reddish would do it for me.
I know that make you happy. I know that would make you happy. Next game is the 28th, and that'll be against the New York Knicks at home, and that is Joakim Noah Appreciation Night. Love Joakim Noah. Love him to death. I love D. Rose because he'll be in the house along with Tibbs and Taj. They're the enemy. Don't forget that on Thursday, Bulls fans. As much as
not the enemy.
Not Joakim. Not Joakim.
Okay.
This night is about Joakim, who was a Bull. Just because he went over there and took a couple dumps with the Knicks doesn't mean that he has any fucking ties to that shit organization.
He
took money from the Knicks.
He took some shits on some diamond throws, not golden, diamond throws.
So I'm just saying, Joakim Noah night on Thursday. I really love the Bulls for Joe to get a win. Even if they weren't 4-0, which I'm so happy. I'm talking all the shit because they're 4-0 right now.
And then the Knicks lost to the Magic, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. The Knicks suck, dude. And I love it. I hate the fucking Knicks, dude. I think they're my third or fourth least favorite team in the league.
Who do you have ahead of that?
Ahead of the Knicks?
Yeah.
Detroit's my number one most hated team. Excuse me. Indiana. Cannot stand Indiana. Cannot stand fucking Cleveland. Cannot stand Milwaukee. Obviously, I just named everybody in our division. And then I hate the Knicks after and whoever LeBron's playing after that. Yeah, I just,
Okay, so Reggie Miller and...
Fuck Reggie Miller.
Well, I'm
right? I'm sorry, Reggie. Right now, I like you.
Obviously, it's fuck Reggie Miller. I'm just saying that Reggie Miller Pacers just put that hatred in you for forever.
Dude, a lot of fucking...
I was never scared of the Danny Granger Pacers.
Neither was I, but
the Paul George Pacers.
I just hate everybody in our division. And you remember Tyler Hansborough? Fuck that guy.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. I don't like that guy. And he played for the Pacers, so you know what? Now I hate the Pacers forever. Detroit was better than us for a long time, especially in the Baby Bulls era. So I did not like them. Milwaukee was just really never on my radar besides Michael Redd and shit like that. And then now, they're winning championships. And
it's crazy to think that at one point we were blowing the Bucks out so bad that Giannis was pushing Dunleavy into the stands,
right?
And now he's winning championships and consecutive MVPs and shit. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, no, but we're coming though. We're fucking coming. But again, beat the Knicks on Thursday. Start this shit off 5-0. Speaking from a fan perspective, I think that we're super excited the way the Bulls started this season. They're one of two undefeated teams in the NBA because Charlotte lost tonight. So the Bulls are 4-0 and the Warriors were 3-0. So
how do you think LeVar felt just for that 24-hour span where both of his sons were undefeated in the NBA and at the top?
I guarantee he just kept walking around saying, I never lost. My kids never lost. Your kids losing the 2021 season? No, they never lost. Never. And I love LeVar Ball. People who hate LeVar Ball are fucking. I don't understand.
No, if you hate a man that loves his family that much, you got problems.
I agree. LeVar Ball is the man, and I would love anybody that listens to this show. If you could help us do one thing,
Get LeVar on this show.
Help us get LeVar Ball on this show. Tweet at him. Just go on Bulls on Tap because I think that I might never do a Bulls on Tap after that if we had gotten LeVar Ball. Yeah, I would just retire right there. I don't know if there's anybody else I'd rather talk to outside of like Kirk or Michael Jordan, or Derrick Rose. So there's 3 others.
Why are you?
What? Why are you putting your head in your hand? How come I can't have a favorite?
Just threw Kirk's name in there like casually with Michael Jordan. Like that's fucking okay.
It is okay. Didn't you see the fucking post of him hitting 3-point? He's atop the 3-point list.
I don't give a shit.
You don't care? Why don't you care about my feelings, man?
Craig Hodges was a great 3-point shooter too. We don't talk about him.
Dude, Kirk was the man. He was an all-rookie first team, dude, with a bunch of Hall of Famers.
All right, we'll save that for another show.
Oh, I'm getting pissed now. All right, I'm fucking getting You're irritating me. I have to go get another beer. So, okay.
Ooh, you were doing that anyway. Don't put that on me.
I was going to do that anyway, but now you gave me a reason to do it. So, there. All right. Anyway, let's beat the Knicks. All respect to Tibbs and them, but fuck the Knicks. Joakim Noah, we will be recapping your game on Thursday, your night. And we hope that it's a good fucking win. Because, wait, we're getting Kirk Heinrich stuff in here. Kirk will always be the man because he went to KU. I'm an Illinois guy, but I like Kansas because Kirk Heinrich went there. I'll leave it at that. I'm sorry. You have anything to say before we go out here?
No, I guess we'll let the show end in your Kirk love there for everybody, I suppose.
Every once in a while it has to happen, man. We're 4-0 now. We're ending the show on happy notes and shit. We're 4-0.
4-0, and you're talking about Kirk Heinrich.
Legends never die, Goose.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Everybody be sure to go to OnTapSportsNet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at BullScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. If you watch the live streams, go over to the YouTube, hit the subscribe button, throw comments in there so we can talk to you. And if you could do us a favor, help us get LeVar Ball because how fun would that be to just do a BBB show? I think that'd be great.
Look at our name. I mean, we got Buzz.
Right. We got Buzz, BullScripted, Ball. I mean, it's BBB.
Ball. It's funny. It's meant to be.
Just Ball. It's BBB right there. We'll be back Thursday after the Bulls take on and beat the New York Knicks.